Hey, welcome to Coffee and Cards. Do you have your coffee? Because I have the cards. And I hope that we're having a fantastic Sunday. What are you doing? So let me know what you're doing. I'm nosy. Let us know. Are you snuggled up in bed? Are you outside having a coffee? What you doing? What you doing? We want to know. Okay. Good morning, Nancy. Good morning, Colleen. All right. So while we do that, we have Ask Your Guides by Sonia. It's like Coquette or something along those lines. And Inner Child by Amanda Ling Aisling. But I'm really guided towards this one right now. So we're going to do this. And we are going to change that card up on my shelf here. We're going to make it as a reminder. Maybe we could do this like, I don't know, every week or every month, whatever we think. But I really like this box. Anyways, it's so pretty. So we're going to do this. So you having coffee over there, protein shake, getting ready to head to a soccer game. Oh my God, this early in a protein shake? You know what I love? I love getting that espresso and then you put the protein shake in it. That is super duper good. Good morning. What you doing, Kelsey? Is baby boy on your lap? Where's baby girl at? Hey Jen, how you doing? I Jen made my day this morning. She thought that I was in my 20s. I'm not in my. Oh, look at that. That says 20 right there. No, I'm not in my 20s. I'm going to be 41 in a couple weeks. All right. Showing you guys these. Okay. All right. Usually I go through these with a new deck and I touch every single one of the cards to put my energy on it. And then I cleanse it. But we're just going to do this the fast way. Okay. All right, having a great time. I'm in Michigan, cold here, having coffee in bed. Ooh, I love it. Kelsey's currently cleaning up toys in the playroom with baby boys napping. Oh my gosh, that is so cute. I loved your pink hour. Oh yes, my pink outfit at the Renaissance Fair. Yes, that was fun. I got lots of compliments on the crown. Yes. Ooh, hey Danielle, how you doing? Okay, so let's see what it is. Okay. Ooh, look at this. No. Okay, you ready? It is number 33. Oh my God. Okay, so if you guys know your life path number, my life path number is number 33, and 33 like always stands out to me. So if you're like a big person with a number 3, you're going to have to listen to this. You're going to have to listen to this card. And I know you can't read it from right where you're watching. And you guys, I do not like this message at all, but I don't think it could be any more clear that this is what I need to do, but I don't want to do it. And I don't know if I can do it today, but here you go. It says number 33 and it says rest, healer guides. So it is saying that you need to rest. You need to take a chill pill. You need to take a step back. You need to, really just relax a little bit. Maybe go out in nature a little bit, but don't go on any like strenuous hikes and things like that. Maybe a little bit of a walk, maybe, sitting near the water, something like that. You need to rejuvenate. And what I'm actually picking up too is that you don't understand how hard your body is working. Your body might be working harder than you actually think that it is. So even though you might feel okay, like I do, you might feel good and ready to take action. They're like, yo, take a chill pill. You've been doing a lot. And even if you haven't been doing a lot physically, you might be just like worrying a lot mentally. There might be like a lot on your mind. And you need to like, it's almost like meditating while watching TV and stuff like that. Because, okay, who here watches TV, right? Watches TV. Oh, no. Here's the thing. Who here watches TV and only watches TV? Like you are sitting there and you are just watching the TV and you're just like, yes. You're not on your phone. You're not like doing something else on the computer. You're not like doing something else in addition to. How many people actually sit there and just watch TV? I got up this morning so I could relax and I could just sit and watch TV and just like unwind, enjoy my morning coffee. And you know what I'm doing? I am like slowly grabbing my computer and then all of a sudden I put my computer down and then I'm like, okay, my computer's on my lap. And I could not get through a full show without watching, without doing something else. So never. It's background noise. Yes. Tara says mine is okay. So yours is an 8, Tara. Yes. Funny because my birthday is 8/8. I'm surrounded by 8s. My spirit guide is 808. OMG WTF. Yes. That's what I'm saying. So now who else is like me? Are you the one that has to be doing something else sometimes? Unless it's like at the end of the night with my husband and stuff like that. A lot of times, like I will turn off technology and things like that, and then we'll just watch something. But I'm just really curious because this is saying that you need to rest, like you need to chill. Like this is going to be a day where unwind a little bit. You know what though? I feel like we need another one for the group to add to like the wall. So I'm gonna do one more, because I feel like this one was like, hey Heather, I have to cut coffee cards short just a little bit today because my readings start at 10 and I'm not going to get done until noon. But then at noon is the academy, the university circle. So who's going to be coming to the university circle? That's at noon. So I'm not going to get done with everything until 1:30, 2 o'clock. And then my day starts. I'm going to be glued right here. So yeah, let me know if you're coming to the circle. So I'm super excited. Because it's going to be like our first circle as the Spiritual Life University. Oh, this is so good, but it's also almost very similar to the one that we just picked up. Okay, so this is number 8, Tara. It's number freaking Tara. It's number freaking 8, and it says solitude, higher self. I'm gonna read the guidebook on this one just so that we can, really get what this card was meant to, bring forth to us, like what exact message. So one second. Okay. It's number 15 in the guidebook, and it says, you're being counseled by your higher self to retreat and renew your soul through quiet contemplation and meditation. That's it. I quit. I quit. I quit. Tell your spirit guide, you talk meditation to me one more time, I walk. No. All right. So here we go. In meditation, your nervous system has been overstimulated. How about you? Yes. All right. Has been overstimulated and you can't absorb any more input from your outer world. Dude, all of a sudden, I'm getting like this vision of your computer. And do you remember, you know how sometimes when your computer has too much, it'll either run really slow or all of a sudden you won't be able to start seeing some of the things, like it'll get a little wonky a little bit. Like right now, my computer is so filled that when I go to click on files, it can't show me like the preview of it because there's too much. That's what I'm actually feeling right now. That's happening with a lot of our bodies right now. And so it says here, step away and give yourself the necessary peace and time alone you're required to calibrate. In doing so, you'll begin to sense, feel, and even hear the voice of your higher self, which will help you regain your inner direction. Meditate in whatever way feels best for you. Sit quietly and listen to your guidance your higher self is transmuting through your entire body. Fully open your heart to your higher self. Even if you doubt, you are seceding. You are making contact now. Your higher self invites you to consider your present circumstances calmly and confidently. Clear direction from your higher self will come to you. So listen, be quiet and listen. Oh my gosh. And it says here, good. Okay. Yep. It says, I feel slow. Yes, like the computer. Yes, LP. Tara says, oh my God, I've been watching a show. I'll see flashing lights when I've had too much technology, and I've had a couple times this week. Oh my God. Oh, Denmark and life path number 9. That is awesome that you freaking know that. That is so great. All right. Oh man, you're driving to Chattanooga. Yes, so we'll miss you. Some shows you have to pay attention or you miss something. Yes. And that's what I've been doing is I was watching a show, just like a mind-numbing show, that I had to keep on rewinding because I was in the middle of doing something else. So we're going to put that up here and it's nice and bright so that it will stand out a little bit. All right, so let's get to some of the readings. Let's see. Okay. 444, 444, 111, and 111 are numbers following me at the moment. 4s are usually all about security, finances, foundation, that kind of thing. 1s are usually about, new beginnings. They can also symbolize, spiritual connection because that's a really, really high vibrating number. And you can also just assign it being like, hey, if I see 444, that means my angels are with me. If I see 4s, then I know it's talking to me about money, security, that kind of stuff. If I see 11111, that always means to me that, hey, stop doubting yourself. You're not better than or less than anybody else. So your number is 1111. Yes, I know somebody else's is 1111. This is the first time I've had a message listen come through. Oh, Grace said, this is not the first time I've had a message listen come through. Yes. And that's the thing is if we don't listen and we don't listen, right? And then get the message of listening, it'll keep on coming up. So if you notice, meditation has been coming up a lot inside of these readings, coffee and cards, including with me. Have I meditated? No. And it's going to keep on coming up until I start meditating. But I tell you what, you guys, like if you do have meditation, meditation is so freaking amazing because like you will get insight like this. It's so amazing what freaking meditation does. Oh, okay, you guys, I wanted to do individual readings right now, but all of a sudden I see this card and I am like, this is also for the collective. It is number 16, which if you guys know me, I love number 316. So it's funny that there's like threes and then this is the 16. It says teamwork and it says helper guides. So this is really talking about that you have a lot of other spirit guides with you than just your master spirit guide. You also have other spirit guides that are with you, helping you out on something, specific that you are doing in this moment in time. So it's number 30 and 31. And I just want to show you, it says, your helper guides are delighted to share the good news that whatever you've been working on will succeed. Just absorb that for a second, okay? Whatever you are working on, whatever you truly, really, really want, what you're going for, the answer is yes. Now, here's the thing is that usually I'm apprehensive because this is like a group reading to say like, hey, it's happening. This is it, like yes, across the board. But I feel like whatever question that you came here for, and you can confirm it with pick a card, but the answer is yes, so I feel like it's a big fat yes. Hopefully that's what you wanted to hear, because sometimes yeses are not good, but I feel like the big answer is yes. If you're asking a yes or no question, I really get yes, but we'll confirm it. However, it says the bad news. Well, there really isn't any bad news. Your helper guides urge you to recognize those who have helped you get to this far in life. Your success is part came about with the help of others, even if they worked behind the scenes. This isn't to diminish your own accomplishments or take away from your achievements, not by a long shot. You deserve your win. Your helper guides simply remind you to be grateful and acknowledge the contribution of those who have assisted in assisting where you are now, for you will come to need their support in the future. This includes friends, families, partners, even antagonists, perhaps, and of course, your spirit helpers and guides. In other words, you are surrounded by a flow of loving support and have come to the person you are today because of many sources of love who helped you get here. Recognize and appreciate your helpers, and their support will continue flowing into your life. View your successes as a result of excellent teamwork and continue to co-create with those dedicated to helping you succeed. Yes, share the glory. And that's a funny thing too, is like, I'm not sure how many of the readers are here, but anytime that I have a fabulous reading, a great reading, anytime that there's like evidence that comes through that even surprises the F out of me, I'm like, way to go. Like that was freaking amazing. Like they did that. Like they're able to communicate to me that information for the person I'm going to read. I am like, that is just so fabulous. But the thing is that oftentimes, what I'm picking up right now is that we get too self-critical of our path. Like we didn't get there fast enough. We're not, where exactly where we wanted to be, or we thought we would be a little bit further, or we're, now all of a sudden we got to where we want and it's not everything that we thought it would be. Like that job isn't what you thought. The relationship has sucked or whatever it is. And then it's like, no, it's like you have made progress. You are doing really good. But the thing is that if you are somebody who has finally gotten a house, changed your career, gotten whatever it is you want, look back on the people that really might have motivated you, helped you, maybe even gave you some really great advice, was there for you, created a sacred space for you, whatever it is that you needed. They were non-judgmental. They encourage you to keep going. So for some reason, I'm picking up it's because those people who did that need an upgrade in your life. Like they need to be promoted in your life. So but then again, as I say that, I'm feeling this hesitation, and I believe it's because what this card said too was antagonist. So sometimes it's the quote bad people, that really helped us out. For some reason, that Rachel Hollins, she was she wrote the book Girl Wash Your Face and Girl Stop Apologizing, and her husband had said something to her along the lines of, oh yeah, well, that's only 3% chance of that happening. Like you'll never do it. And so she went ahead and she just kept on striving because those words like hurt her, but then also made her so angry. She was like, I'm going to make that 3% happen. I think it was becoming a New York Times bestseller. I'm not really sure, but she was just so driven by those bad words that she freaking hated that when she finally did accomplish it and she got a 3%, she actually had a bracelet engraved with the 3%. So you can go ahead and also be motivated and be thankful that the people in your life were the way that they were and they are the way they are. I tell you what, I'm really appreciative of my mom, but I am so incredibly appreciative of my father. And I just want to tell you something that I've learned recently. Me and my father, we don't really talk that much. We talk a little bit, maybe. I met him when I was 18. It's a very distant, very awkward, weird relationship. We just message and comment a couple times on Facebook. But the thing is that I know that there's this thing about, oh, I abandoned Heather and stuff like that, and I left her, and I, and growing up, I was always like, why doesn't my dad come save me from this? Why doesn't my dad come save me from this horribleness that I'm living in? And I went through such trials, and I remember just on my birthday, that's the only thing I wished for was my father to be there. And my father did some messed up things, right? Like, remember, I didn't even know what he looked like. I didn't have a picture of my father, and he was supposed to come in one day. I didn't know this. My grandma said, hey, Heather, there's a surprise for you that's coming into the restaurant my grandma worked in. And I sat all day on the pickle barrel, and my surprise never ever showed up. That means my father never showed up. I think I was like 5 years old. It was really kind of messed up, right? But he had his reasons. But it's so funny because I look back on that now and I am like, thank you. Thank you for not rescuing me. Thank you for not being there for me. And I mean it from the bottom of my heart, because it was like I had to, like crawl through the trenches. I learned more about myself and how strong I could be and how independent I could be and how much that I could really take. And not only just how much I could take, but this is the key, is how much that I could really prevail over all of my circumstances and everything that I had. It was like, I'm so grateful. So maybe he might feel bad still, but I don't feel bad. I'm like, thank you for not rescuing me, because I learned so much. And for some reason, I'm getting that vision of like Wizard of Oz, and Dorothy had to go through all that journey of meeting the scarecrow, meeting the lion, all of that crap. Like, it would have been so much easier if she could have just freaking, taken the hot air balloon, from the beginning, from the get-go. But the thing is, she learned so much about herself. She made new friends. She made all of this. And that's what I feel like Spirit's really coming up to try and tell you. It's like, hey, even like the quote bad people, the bad things, it might have motivated you and helped you get to where you're at now, like, and I don't know why, but I just need to say this, is that where you're at now is not that freaking bad. I feel like anybody that's really resonating with this right now, it's like you have come a long way with your family, within your friend circle. Like, you are the one that either stands out, has done the work, it's like you're a little bit more different, almost like how we call ourselves like the black sheep of the family. It's like you're the rainbow goat, man, keep on going. Like, I feel this so strong with you. And then I really feel too, like laying a foundation of spiritual connection. And I also get to, like, I don't know why I'm getting this for this card specifically after what I just said, but who cares what other people think? So it's like, the whole thing about whether people think is none of your business, right? Let me see what's going on in the chat. I can say that for some of it, but not for all of it. Nobody should have lived through what I went through. Yes, I know. And it's so funny too, because it's like, why in the world did we go through this? So a lot of it, like I said, we're going to be talking to our spirit guides, having a really big meeting when we get on the other side. So it says, yes, I thought about that too. My dad died when I was 5 and mom never remarried. See? Yes. And it's like, why in the world, like, did that happen? Like, I'm so curious. Just like when my mom passed away, I was like, Mom, I want to know why that you decided to pass in that moment. But sometimes it's like, we see those movies where it shows us the different paths that our lives can take, and so it's like, for some reason, well, first off, they say that we're actually living all of those decisions all at once. Does that make sense? They're actually saying that, we think this is the only timeline that exists, but it's not. So it's almost like the R.L. Stein books. Do you remember those, the Goosebump books, about how you can decide which course of action that, you take? They're saying that, and they all simultaneously exist right now. So what happened to you really didn't happen to you in another timeline. This really didn't happen. This happened. Like, all these different kinds of choices actually did truly happen, and they're all being lived out by us, but we're only conscious of this one right now in this moment. But in the other parallel universe or whatever, we are also very conscious of it over there. It's so trippy to think about. And it's even trippier to think about that Stephen Hawking was actually on the midst of a breakthrough to prove that time is not linear. And now, if you think about it, there's been a lot more movies out, like Stranger Things and stuff like that, and also a little bit of like Harry Potter and things like that, that are trying to show us in layman's terms about how time is not linear, and then there can actually be, rifts in time. So it's really interesting, because I don't get that concept whatsoever, because I'm like, the sun rises and falls at the time. So I don't understand how it can be a man-made construct, when there's proof right outside. But I'm not a physicist either. All right. So Colleen said, that is why I tell my adopted son to use his past as a reason to see, not an excuse to fail. Yes. I love that. You freaking be motivated, and being like, yeah, that stuff should not have happened to me, but it did. And look at what I can get through. Because if I can get through that, then anybody else can get through other things. Right. Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay. I started reading the Soul's Guidebook yesterday. Ooh, that sounds good. I have not heard of that. I want to take a quantum physics class. Yes. And you know what? I should bring in a quantum physics person into the university. That would be freaking amazing. We have a lot of new classes coming in, guest teachers and everything else like that. So I'm going to see if I can get one of those. I was adopted and emancipated and maybe the strongest and self-reliant. Yeah, Marcy, you are so freaking badass with that. Like you've been independent for so long. Yes. Okay, cool. Let me see. All right. So I think I'm going to have to actually do pick a card right now because I have my readings, right? It is an Ansel McCloud. You have an accent, Voldia, don't you? Like I can almost hear like that movie coming through. I can't do Scottish. I can't do anything. I can't do accents. I suck. All right. Danielle says, I just think of deja vu or knowing I'm connected from different lifetimes in the past and present. Yes. And that's the thing is like, if you are really guided towards something, like my husband's really guided towards the 50s. And what's really funny is that he started doing little things that he didn't even know were 50s related. So when I met him, anytime that he wore a belt, he wore this belt to the side, and it was like, wait a second, like that's what they did in the 50s. And he was automatically doing it. So I feel like sometimes because he's so drawn to the 50s and he's so drawn to like how the world used to be, and he misses it so much. I feel like maybe he was the one that, got his life cut short or something like that. And he wasn't able to really play out what he wanted, in the 50s. Like he didn't get his fill. That's what I think. So also, so think about that with yours, did you get your fill? Are you obsessed with it? Are you obsessed with it because it was your favorite lifetime? So think about that. While we do pick a card, I don't know what the cards are. So A, B, or C, we're going to do letters today. And I don't know why, but as I say that, I say pay attention to names as well that you get, names that you get this weekend, going into Monday as well, names that you get of past loved ones, because that could be signs that they are with you. Actually, they are signs they're with you. But are you drawn to card A, card B, or card C? Use your other senses as well to try and choose the card that is really meant for you in this moment. So if you are coming here to ask any kind of question or get any kind of guidance, A, B, or C is going to be your answer. I'm trying to think of a question right now. I don't really have one, but I think you go ahead and do areas of your life, money, finances, career, if it's going to be health related, family related, if it's going to be just overall happiness, if you should or should not do something, if something is, right for you, A, B, or C. All right, let me know. Oh, you guys are fast today. Wow. Okay. Wow. I cannot wait to see card B because so many people chose card B today. And I feel so too. All I see is like Jasmine says, all I feel like deja vu, like 70 or 60. Oh my God. See, that is crazy. Because is anybody else drawn to the 60s or 70s? Because I'm not, and I don't know many people who are. So I feel like that's even more of a confirmation that, yeah, you are drawn to that for a reason. You're getting that deja vu for a reason, like you were in the 60s and 70s. Okay. All right. I think everybody got their thing in. Let's start. Here we go. Ooh, number 2, I think it says deceit, but it says guardian angel. I'm going to read the guidebook so you don't have to worry, but I really feel like you have a guardian angel with you that is very, very strong, might even be stronger than your spirit guide right now. And I feel like that angel is really, really here to let you know that if you chose card A, you are not freaking alone. So do not feel alone. Like you have spiritual helpers and you have a guardian angel with you. For some reason, I really do feel that a lot of card A people, you can look back and actually see that you had a guardian angel with you all along. You had a best friend, you had someone protecting you. You might have even had experiences where you heard your name called and things like that. And they are saying, yes, it is part of your guardian angels, right? I also see that number 2 standing out really, really big as a coming together, like things may not make sense now, but they will. And I also feel too that it is safe. It's safe for you to go forward. If you're asking for a yes or a no, I feel like it's a yes. Okay. If you are being protected, you are being guided, like you do not have to worry so much. But I do feel also communication. So maybe if you were thinking about like changing teams at work, if you're thinking about going ahead, getting a new job, or going ahead and wondering what's going on in your relationship and stuff like that, communication is going to be key. Even if you are thinking about investments and things like that, and investing into something, yeah, communication, like asking, it's like for some reason, I just really feel like it doesn't hurt to like talk and to ask and to be knowledgeable and to also be curious about something. All right. I feel like that whole thing, it never hurts to ask. And also I get to don't assume. So don't assume how somebody's feeling. Don't assume that this is wrong for you. Don't assume that's not the right job. Don't assume, right? Ask questions. Be open. Be honest. So no matter what's going on, I just feel like whatever you're feeling in the inside, like you're feeling it for a reason. And I feel like you're going to like calm your anxiety down if you get it out in the open. Okay. So let me see what this says. And who knows, maybe you even have a connection to 2, so the 2nd of the month, or it could be February. But this is also a warning, so let's get to it. It says you are at risk of being deceived at this time. Pay close attention to what you're being told and trust your intuition sense. What you're hearing from others is not truthful. The deceit may come from a good friend who insists that everything is fine between you. In fact, when they're feeling jealous or competitive in some way. The deceit could arise from a significant partner who is straying from the partnership while denying it. Your guardian angel also reminds you that the most significant risk of deception can come from you. Check to be sure you are not deceiving yourself by denying what you feel in your heart because you are unwilling to accept the difficult truth. Are you telling yourself, for example, that eating certain foods is not a problem when it actually leaves you feeling sick? Or that drinking a few glasses of alcohol every night is not a problem when in fact it is an unsuccessful attempt at treating your depression? Are you convincing yourself to keep a job that's all wrong for you out of financial anxiety? Or staying in clearly unhealthy relationship out of fear of being alone? Your loving guardian angel encourages you to admit the truth with compassion and courage, even if it is difficult to do so. Ask your guardian angel to gently reveal all that is deceiving you and bring it to the light of day. Your guardian angel will escort you back to alignment if you are prepared to face the truth. Do not allow deceit to continue. You cannot force others to be honest with you if they are unwilling, but you can stop deceiving yourself. You will feel immediate relief if you do. Being honest not only helps you, but the ones you love as well. You will be protected in the end. And it's number 4 and 5 in the guidebook. Yep. So I wonder how this is resonating with people who chose card A. So are you really feeling like, is there somebody around you that you feel like has been like not honest? Or is this going to be something where you're more guided towards you lying to yourself, about what you truly want, what you want to go for, what you love, all those kinds of things? I'm really, really kind of curious with this. Because it's very, very odd usually for spirit to come out with something that is that straightforward. Okay, son-in-law. Okay. Yep. Her past love in the ear all the time, and I see the dream my birthday 222. Wow. Okay, that's crazy. OMG, WTF. Tabitha, I love you, sister. Bella goes on here shortly. Please send prayers. It's her championship test. I was just thinking about you. Are you still on? Because we were just talking about friends not being honest. I don't know if you're getting that. I'm not sure if what I'm putting down. Wow. Yeah. So I want to know. Okay. Thank you. I have to meditate and journal on this. Yeah. And the thing is like, it could be, I don't know. I'm just really, really feeling that is going to be like an internal thing. Not to worry so much though. Don't worry and think that someone's lying to you and stuff like that. If that is not resonating at all, if you're like, man, I don't really think anybody around me is being deceitful, then it's going to be you deceiving yourself and not being honest with you, like honest with yourself, that you're not really taking the steps that you want in order to get where you want, or it's like you're just not being honest with your feelings, because maybe you actually feel like one way, but you won't allow yourself to actually, be honest with yourself and be like, yeah, this is how I truly feel. Because if you acknowledge those feelings, it might change things in your life. And that might be scary. It might make you want to like change a job, change a freaking relationship, change where you're living and things like that. So you have to be open and honest with yourself. So I love Shelly's idea of going ahead and like journaling it out, spending time in the shower, meditating and things like that. Like, hey, am I lying to myself? Because sometimes these things can go really, really deep, especially if you've been lying to yourself for years. Okay. All right, self-sabotage. Yep, son-in-law. Wow, son-in-laws are. Whew. I hope my son's going to be a son-in-law one day. I hope he's okay. Oh yeah. So this card hits on so many points. Yes. Cheryl said on to the diploma for psychic medium. Yes. Yes. Because now, and so funny too. Someone asked me, they're like, you can really help me open up to my spiritual gifts and become a certified psychic medium. Yes. Yes. That's the reason why that when you join the university, it's a whole year long thing. It might not take you a full year to actually get a lot of these certifications and stuff like that I'm doing now. But the thing is, you will be able to do it. There's no doubt. So let's go on to card B in 1 second though. Not letting fear guide my choices. Own what I want to do. Yes. Freaking love that. Yes. All right, here's card B. I'm nervous too. 34. Deprivation. This says healer guides. So the very first thing that I am getting for card B people is like, why are you stopping yourself from enjoying? And why are you stopping yourself from really reaching out and doing what you really want to do, or getting what you want to do, or eating what you want to eat, or whatever it is? It's like there is something that's in your life that you love, that you want, and you are not allowing yourself to freaking enjoy it, to have it. If it's money, oh my God. Money will come and go. All right. How many times have you spent money on something and then all of a sudden it was like, well, maybe it worked out, maybe it didn't, maybe it was a good investment, maybe it wasn't. But guess what? You recuperated. All right. So stop making choices and being like, oh, I'm not going to do that because of money situations. Money will come and go. Guess what? The more that you spend on yourself and the more that you feel good, you're going to heal those money issues. And then all of a sudden, you're going to open yourself up to more and more and more amazing freaking things, So keep that in the back of your mind. So if you're thinking about like, oh, well, I don't want to get that house because it's too freaking expensive. Oh my God. Like seriously, like work for it, then try it, make it in, manifest it. You can do it, like so many crazy things can freaking happen. After me and my husband got this house, I think both of us like doubled our freaking income. It's like freaking crazy. You just never ever know what's going to happen. So don't let that happen to you. Like I go into cemeteries and I really like to like honor the people that are there, and how many freaking dreams died because they were too scared, to, ask for that business loan, or to go ahead and ask for that little small loan, or to, buy a new car that they absolutely loved and then would make them feel good, or getting, even like a piece of jewelry that just means so much to them. My mom spent her freaking life going ahead and just getting all the clearance stuff, right? And she would just try, if something was just cheap, she would just buy it. She would just buy it because it was cheap, because it was such a freaking good deal. And I love that. And then I started doing it, but now I stopped. And it's like, I'm only going to buy things that I truly love, that I truly want, that I really, really want to be a part of me. Like I want to be a part of my environment, or I'm only going to buy things that make me feel so freaking good. And right now I'm spending a lot of money on some stuff, and it's higher amount of money that I've ever spent on anything. And I tell you what, number one, it feels so good. And it also feels like I'm actually where I'm meant to be. It's like, I'm not stopping myself and conditioning myself. And yes, I have my husband in my ear being like, why are you spending so much money? But that's his money problems. I'm not going to let that really stand in my way for moving forward. And that means for trips that I want to go on, traveling that I want to do, things that I want to see, anything like that. I don't know why, because this is not really truly a money card, but that's what I'm picking up. I'm also picking up food. So I think this is going to be specific to somebody that's really listening, like maybe myself, but it's like, eat the freaking donut. All right. Eat the freaking donut. The stressing that you're doing about the food and things like that are doing more harm to your body than actually eating what you actually want. Okay. So let me see what else it says in this thing. Wow, I opened up right to the book, 64 and 65 in the guidebook. And it says, you may find yourself feeling fearful about your finances and security right now. Oh, so maybe it is about money, right? This may cause you to be overly frugal, withhold, deprive yourself, or even hoard. Happily, your healer guides are here to reverse this fearful energy and restore the flow of abundance to your life. They inform you that hoarding and withholding in any way goes against the divine flow in the universe. It is the opposite of what's called for to create prosperity. The universal laws of prosperity state that we receive what we give. The universe does not lack. Lack only exists in our minds. The true source of poverty is disconnecting from our divine source. Like a plant separated from earth, your true source of support and life force is interrupted. This is why you are fearful. To get back to the flow of things, your healer guides urge you to reconnect with the divine source once again. Begin by being generous in all ways possible. Stingy tendencies, even with yourself, only keep you cut off from the divine supply. Heal your disconnection from source by recognizing that you're a trust fund baby by the universe. Your needs will be met easily if you open up your heart and receive the universe gifts. Connect to this flow by sharing what you can, a smile, a compliment, your assistance, your time. Tap into the abundance of the universe by sharing your heart. Yes. And one thing that I do, and you can do it too, I'll be like, okay, I'm about to spend this money on whatever it is that I want, and I want the universe to bring it back to me. It does work. It freaking works. So try it out. And the more that you practice, the more will happen. But it might happen overnight? No. You know, it might take a couple weeks or whatever like that. Give the freaking universe some time. But the universe is your freaking sugar daddy. So let's see what it says. It says a bargain shop, but still get what I want. $10 instead of $45. Yes. Okay. B is spot on. I didn't comment this way of choice and how well it was resonating to chime in. Yes. What are you depriving yourself of? All right, definitely finances. Yes. And I know it sounds crazy, but you have to spend more to get more. Like, do it. And then also, here's the thing is you're just going to be happy. You're going to be so much happier. Who here has actually ever bought something and that is like your favorite thing? And you might even like walk by and be like, oh my God, I cannot believe I spent that much money on that something, right? That's what this is talking about. Because you might just be so happy. Like whoever bought a pair of shoes that was like, ooh, I don't know, a little outside my price range, but then you just felt like a rock star in them. You know, I remember my first Tiffany's thing, and it's like, oh my God, like I love this one. You know what happened? I'm gonna tell you the story about this chime right here. This is the chime that I wear all the time. This is a Tiffany's, you know, thing, and I'm a Tiffany girl, right? I always wanted Tiffany's. On my 30th birthday, my husband surprised me with Tiffany's, and now I have lots of Tiffany's. But this one was from the New York store in New York City, and I tell you what, it was expensive. And my husband's like, hey, we could find it cheaper online. You know, we could go online, we could find it and things like that. And I'm like, no, but I don't want that. Like I want it from the mothership store. And it was, you know, he probably could find it at least $100 or so cheaper online, but he didn't. We got it there because I wanted it from there, and it is super duper special. I wear it every single day. It did not come with this thing here, and I was like, well, we could just get a little cheap one. I just wanted a little bit, you know, I just wanted a little bit longer. Let's get a cheap one. My husband's like, no, this is also Tiffany's. He got it, I don't know, probably off of their website or something like that. But I freaking love and adore this. It's something that I wear all the time. So when you spend more money on something, don't think of it as scared and don't put the fear in it. Put the happiness into it. So then every time that you see it, you'll be reminded that you invested in yourself, and it's amazing and it is freaking awesome and all those things, right? So Aggie says, card for me. Been looking for a trip to Australia. Money is tight with one income. We'll definitely start looking and setting up a plan. Yes. Set up a plan and don't like pigeonhole spirit into not allowing you help. You know, they can help. Like, who knows what can freaking happen? Like, I remember I wanted to go to freaking Paris. And then the next thing you know, my day job was like, hey, you know what? We might need you to go to Germany. And I'm like, oh my God, I could just take a freaking train from Germany to freaking Paris. It fell through. But the thing is, it still opened my mind to the possibilities of what could freaking happen with, you know, spiritual connection. Oh, okay. So let me see. It says, spend the money to get home fixed, and it will return. Yes, yes, yes. Oh my gosh, Anita, you still haven't done the renovations? I feel like you've been getting told to do renovations for a while. Jennifer said, yes, yes, I put the dollar into the tip cup, even when the thoughts strayed. I don't have extra to give. Now my thoughts need to be realigned, knowing I have access to give. So just really quick, Jennifer, because that is so freaking like spot on with something that I was thinking about, is I was broker than a joke. And when I mean broker than a joke, it was like I couldn't afford parking, I couldn't afford coffee, I couldn't afford anything, right? Barely my bills. My bills were all behind. And then what I would do is that I would just pay the minimum payment so it wouldn't get turned off. I went to a night out with some friends or whatever like that. And remember, sometimes like you can't afford anything, but things I always tipped and I always felt like I needed to give back. And so there was a bathroom attendant and I was like, I gave her, you know, $1 or whatever. And then I left, and when I got home, I accidentally realized I gave her a $50 bill. Do you understand? I probably didn't even make $10 an hour at the time. And I just gave her a freaking 50. And here I am. Like I was probably making maybe $8 an hour or something like that. And I just gave her a $50 bill. Like that is like a whole entire work shift for me, you know? And I was like, oh my God, here I am, a single mom and everything else like that. And I'm like, holy crap. But the thing is, I was like, maybe she needed it more than me. And I just, you know, give it off, you know, and then it got back to me. I always want things. I was very lucky. My needs were taken care of. Okay. What does it mean by that last sentence? Let me look. It's allowing myself. Yes. Okay. Investments, Keurig and Abyssal. Yes, the Keurig was amazing. Lisa said food. I love spending money and good food to make at home. Oh my gosh. And I am getting better at making food at home. That's something that bodybuilding has really taught me, is making food at home. Okay. Connect with the flow by sharing what you can. A smile, a compliment, your assistance, your time. Your needs will be met easily if you open your heart to receive the universe's gifts. So you have to be able to be receiving it, because you might be subconsciously blocking it. And how you do that is like, can you receive compliments? Can you receive help? Can you receive, you know, advice or whatever, making sure that you're staying inside that feminist, the femininity energy, right? Feminine is about, receiving. Masculine is giving. So Jennifer says, needed it and needed to learn from giving without fear of letting go of that $50. Yes, exactly. I needed to trust that the universe was going to take care of me. And even though I didn't believe in the universe, didn't believe in God or whatever like that, I wasn't really paying attention to that at that time. Exactly, Jennifer. Here's another one. Oh my God, this is number 27, and it is purpose, and it says teacher guides. So right now, the big thing is that spirit is putting people into your place to really help bring you to, like, it's either going to be like the next level, bringing you up to where you want to be. It's like, don't be freaking scared. I feel like you're being drugged a little bit because you've been, whatever it is that you're doing, you've been dragging your feet. So whether that is going to be like opening up to your abilities, moving, traveling, getting yourself out of your own mindset or whatever, like, I feel like this is a long time coming for card C people. And it's like, I feel this thing like, get it, do it now. Go ahead. Like, I feel like, yes, go get it, do it now. I feel like the thing is, though, is like, this is something for card C people is not to do alone. I feel like spirit has put the professionals, the people, the whatever like that into your place for a reason, especially if you're being drawn back to the same person. I don't know why, but I'm getting like accounting as well. And so it's like, CPAs or whatever like that. But if you're being drawn to like that same realtor, that same psychic, that same whatever it is, then it's like that is going to be like a reason, number one, that you're meant to go down that path. But second, they probably are the ones to try and help you. To help you out. And I also really feel too, where it says purpose, it's talking about big life purpose. Like, I feel like, I don't know why, but I'm hearing that term too. Like, okay, this is what I'm hearing. It's like, shit, or get off the pot. Like, seriously, like, if you're not going to like go for whatever this is resonating with you with, like, what are you doing, right? So it says here, it's number 5051 in the guidebook, and it says, you are the threshold of your purpose in life. Work will soon cease to feel meaningless or unsatisfactory. Your teacher guides are directing you to the path of genuine soul fulfillment. Yes. The more aligned you become with your life's path, the more your days will flow with ease. The more you trust with this new path, the more the doors will open and barriers will give away to opportunity, affirming that this is the path for you. Do not second guess right now. You may have to begin at the beginning. Even so, throw your heart and soul into the effort and give your full attention. Your dedication and your passion will pay off in the long run, and your work will fulfill your soul. Resist the temptation to push yourself into exhaustion, however. Remain measured and steady as you proceed, and don't overlook the importance of taking a day to rest at least once a week. Your teacher guides remind you that your body and mind do get fatigued. Develop the wisdom to know when to step away and refresh your soul. Move ahead, but pace yourself. And that's the thing is too, is like, I have kind of done this, but I'm going to make sure that I keep on doing it. And that is Saturdays are self-care Saturdays. So Saturdays is when I just focus on me, something that I want to do. Like, even yesterday, I went to the Renaissance Festival. I came home and had pizza. You guys, I haven't had pizza, like, except for that one day after my show, like, in a year. In a freaking year. All right. So this is literally saying the same thing. So they want you to go forward, but you don't have to like go balls to the wall. Okay. They're like, hey, you can study yourself, have one day to rest and things like that. But card C people, you are embarking on right now the part of your freaking life journey. And Moni, since you joined at this moment in time, like, this is talking about that. Yeah, you are, I'm not sure what's going on with you. I haven't talked to you in a minute, but like, you are embarking on your life journey path. So what's ever been put in your path, the last few weeks or anything like that, then this is going to be your sign. It's like a freaking green light. And it's like, go, 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 go. But just don't feel worried about being overwhelmed with whatever you choose, because it's like, don't worry. Slow and steady wins the race. You got this. It's almost like the long haul. Like, I'm starting to feel like a little bit of my journey to the bodybuilding stage. And it's like, I had to work 13 months. You guys just seen it in the last few months that I started sharing pictures and things like that. But I knew that I was going to get there, and I just kept on taking the steps, and bam, I got to the stage, And then same thing with my abilities, my business, and all those things. I just kept on taking the little steps, anytime that, spirit threw a teacher in my way or whatever like that, then I just learned it. And then I just kept on going, and then ta-da, living the dream, right? So let's see what it says. I specifically asked for this card with my, composite drawings and career. Danielle, I don't think it could be any more obvious, right? Could it be any more obvious? Let's see. Okay. Jen said, OMG, this is perfectly aligned to my question. My head wanted to pick B, and spirit said, no, C. See? Oh, man, that is freaking amazing. Jen, your name is Bew now. Jen taught us during the scavenger hunt about Bew, bubble energy wrap. pew, 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 pew. So you can just like wrap people up in their own little energy bubbles. I just thought that was so genius, Jen. So you're like, pew, pew. Joanna said, OMG, RLFMNO. My mom used to say S's and get off the pot. See? Oh, she must be channeling coming through. Yes, this definitely confirms. I'm so happy, Tara. This is insanely on point. Yay! That makes me so happy. Okay, so I feel like we need to have like a powwow. Like, okay, did you guys get these messages? Are you guys going to act on these messages? Because remember, if you don't, it's going to keep on coming. So Aggie, the Australia trip, Danielle, your freaking composite drawing career, whatever else it is. Yes, 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 yes. Lisa still making great food at home. So good job, guys. Good job. Okay. Got the message. Okay, got the message loud and clear. Okay, and then we have to take that action step. So that's like your homework. Your homework is to do two things. The first homework step is to take action on whatever you felt guided to today. One little baby thing, even if it's Googling it, whatever it is, do that. If you got the communication card, reach out to the person, ask a question or whatever. And then the second thing is that we need to rest. Okay, so find some time to rest today, tomorrow, even if it's for an hour. And remember, resting is not watching your TV show and doing something at the same time. Okay, so you're going to need a rest and like watch the TV or rest and go for a walk, something that's a little bit more rejuvenating than like running or hike. And I hate to say this too, but no lifting weights either. Like I'm gonna lift weights today, but then I'll rest afterwards. Okay. So have a great Sunday. I love you guys. Mwah. And I will see you at the University Circle at noon. All right. So I'll see you guys then. Talk to you later.